Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are back on the Isle of Siptah, building a Stormglass PvE base. A small base designed for 1 or 2 players in a PvE setting. This build is completely mod free, so without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I started off with, of course, the baseplate. The blueprint for this baseplate is on screen now, and it's quite a simple one, as the build itself is based around a rounded core room with asymmetrical offshoots on either side. Once I'd finished building the baseplate, I placed a wheel of pain in the right side circular room and then started on the walls. I'll be building 2 floors in this base, with each floor being 2 tiles high. I built the walls up on the ground floor using windows quite liberally around the build, and using ceilings on the back side of the rounded room to create a balcony that looks over the centre of the map. I then built the walls up inside to create a simple asymmetrical room plan, and you can see that room plan for the ground floor on screen now. Next, for the first floor. I built a double staircase in the rounded central room and used Stormglass ceilings to cap off the walls. I initially decided not to use the vaulted pieces, as I thought it would make the rooms below on the ground floor feel a bit cramped, but in the furnishing phase I did end up replacing some of these square ceilings with vaulted ceilings, though it tended to only be the tiles against the walls that wouldn't block the windows too much. Once I'd capped off the walls, I then built the first floor walls up, resting the build in on a couple of areas to create thin balconies that look over the surrounding environment. I built the walls 2 tiles high again on this floor, and then placed some pillars on the floor below to support the upper floor. Next, for the roof. I capped off the sides of the build, leaving the rounded room mostly open on the top. This roof wasn't too bad, though it wasn't a breeze by any means. Stability for the central roof was dodgy at best, so I had to use pillars to support the roof. I built roof gables on either side of the roof, using slope sides to curve them upwards and downwards for a more elegant style design, and then I built a roof inside the curve to create 2 distinct shapes. I did a similar design in the right side circular room, and a fairly simple form-fitting design across the rest of the build. I did also build a long sloping roof over the entrance hall, which in retrospect is probably the only part of this design I'm not really a fan of. It doesn't really flow well with the rest of the design. It would have been better with either a front gabled peaked apex design, or maybe a cornered roof with rising gables on the side. It's definitely the weakest part of the build. I don't think it thematically or architecturally fits with the other roofs, but luckily I don't think it's too big of an issue. When the roofs were done, I then added awnings and fences around the build. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to of course furnish. Approaching the build, I've lit the base with Eldarium and Terranium braziers, and I've included a small animal pen, some beehives and some purge protection spikes outside the build. Entering the base, the small entrance hall leads into the main rounded room, which is the core of this build and provides some quite nice vertical views. The ground floor is quite a busy space and includes plenty of different rooms. On the right side, there is a storage room for common materials such as wood, hardened brick, stone, iron reinforcements and such. You also have a small alchemy corner in the corridor and a small wheel of pain in the circular room. Unfortunately, the circular room is just a touch too small for a medium-sized wheel of pain, though you could extend this room to include a larger one. On the left side of the build there are a few more workshops. There is a decent sized metalwork area, along with an earthenwork area for crafting wood, stone, meat and hides. Heading upstairs, the right is the smaller side that has an artisan bench for decorating, along with delving and disassembling facilities. On the left side are 2 bedrooms for the residents, each providing a little bit of personal storage along with a peaceful place to rest. The larger bedroom also includes a small balcony that looks over the front and side of the base. And there we have it, a small Stormglass PvE base on the Isle of Siptah. Thanks for watching. I'm honestly still really mixed on how I feel about building on the Isle of Siptah, especially given the new southeastern island having massive performance issues and some of the really strange lighting on this map, but overall I'm pretty happy with this build. Also, I have mentioned it once or twice, but I think either this week or next week I'll be putting out a video about how to build better roofs, something that quite a few people have shown interest in. As always, you'll find all the links to my Twitch, Discord, Twitter, Patreon and NordVPN discounts in the description below, along with credit for the music used in this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I put out at least 2 videos a week, so there's always plenty of content to come. If you have any suggestions for future builds, I would love to hear them in the comments below. As always, a massive thanks to our patrons Sammy, Sir Dialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Torn, Eagle Rose and Maril224. Again, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.